It was funny. I was sitting with Nate at CES this year, and I was talking to him about Oculus' viability in a market against the big guys in console, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. And did you guys need a partner to help you out with this? Clearly you have a partner now, and they're bigger than all those companies except for Microsoft, I guess. But they're huge, and that doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. So when it comes to third-party development, are you guys going to reach out to the same guys that Sony and Microsoft do, or are you waiting for them to come knock on your door, like the Activisions of the world?
We're out there engaging with all developers. I mean, first and foremost, we're trying to support the community. So the community got us to where we are today. The community are the passionate, enthusiastic developers that are helping to make this all happen. If you think about mobile, it was the mobile community that made mobile happen, mobile gaming. It wasn't EA or Activision at the time. They did come a little bit later. In some cases, they came a lot later. So we're really looking at this as a new platform, and it's largely going to be new developers that show up. There will be some existing developers, traditional developers that are focused on 2D experiences on tablets or phones or even screens, displays. But we're really excited about the new developers that kind of pull together, or the existing developers that just do a big pivot towards VR because they believe in how impactful, how important, and largely in the future how successful this is going to be. And we're all in on it. We really believe that this is going to take off incredibly quickly when that quality level of VR is delivered to the consumer, a quality level very similar to what you saw today. When that gets delivered to the consumer and it starts ramping up with great experiences, if you think about it, when you look back and you remember games, and you remember this whole last several decades of 3D gaming, even 2D gaming, it's the content that was the magic. It wasn't the platform. You remember the Mario or the Zelda, or you remember, the Doom or the Quake, but you don't remember the Nintendo cartridge that you had to blow and stuff in and slam down a few times. I mean, that wasn't necessarily your happiest memory, the physical box on the, in front of the TV. It was the game experience that you got lost in, that you loved and enjoyed. So for us, we are that box on the ground, but we're on your head. The magic of VR really is going to come from the content. I hope we do some magical content experiences at some point in the future. We're doing our job by trying to make the hardware support magical experiences. But the things that people remember the most, a decade, 2 decades from now, around VR, are going to be the content made by third-party developers. It's up to the community, and it's an incredibly exciting place to be, to make these magical experiences that everybody remembers for the rest of eternity. We're going to be remembered in some ways as that clunky original ski goggle headset that you had to wear, which is okay, because we're going to deliver and enable all these magical experiences.
Yeah, and I was actually joking with someone yesterday at the event, that one of the, did you see those guys sitting on the floor with their laptops with their DK2s? Mm-hmm. I was joking. I was like, the next billionaire is sitting on the floor right there.
Big time. I mean, content, again, is what sells hardware, and content is what people remember forever. And so there's a huge opportunity for developers today, whether they're at existing 3D, 2D game companies, or they're new developers coming together, forming for the first time, to go out there and pioneer in VR and create these memories that last forever. Create the hits, the killer app that we all look back and say, wow, I remember when VR got started. I remember that one game.